Hey guys, MC Stu here with another STO video on doing upgrades. I've seen in various different live streams I've been watching in the community, people coming into the chats and asking how to upgrade their gear. There's quite a few ways of doing it. One and the oldest way is to either buy or craft upgrades for particular kinds of items. There's different categories for each one, and it costs dilithium in order to use them. Since the Phoenix packs have become purchasable year round, that is really the best way to do it. And so I'm just going to show you how to do that. I'm sure most of you probably already know this, but for newer players or people that just aren't aware, I think this will be pretty helpful. Let me see if I have any old. So here's our old upgrades. There's different qualities of these upgrades. So you can see 2,000 upgrade points. Does this cost a lithium? Doesn't say. When you use these, though, it costs dilithium in order to apply them to an upgrade. So this is the old way of doing it. It's extremely expensive, and 2,000 tech points is not very much. And even on the better quality ones, it's not that much higher. I don't think it's more than 12,000 or so. Don't quote me on that, but in any case, upgrade weekends that would give you double those points. But even still, that's not a lot, especially when you're trying to get from Mark 14 to Mark 15, and you're looking at 200,000 plus points to make that jump. Not to mention trying to work the rarity of it up. So I'm just going to show you where to get those and how to use it. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I'm going to go ahead and just upgrade this ground weapon just for the example here. So let's jump into it. So if you go to the dilithium store, this was available only during Phoenix Box weekends, where they would give you, or weeks, they would give you a free one a day, and then you could purchase additional ones just during those events. They're now available year round. The best way to purchase it is to buy 10 at a time for 40,000 dilithium. So that's basically, 5 days of refining. If you play every day or you have enough built up to where you can just log in and refine it. This will give you 10 of these boxes. And so let's go ahead and buy 10. Now, when you open these, you have a chance of getting an epic, ultra rare, rare, and common, pretty much like any other piece of gear in the game. And you can break them down into the quality that is one less and so on, to split them out into more upgrades. So even if you were to get the lowest quality results from these, you would end up with 10 of the upgrades. I don't have any in my bank, but I'll open these in a moment. And that would give you 50,000 times 10, so 500,000 upgrade points. If you were to use that on an upgrade weekend, that would be 1,000,000 upgrade tech points that you could use. So I always count on just getting that lowest tier, and if I get any quality that's better, then that's just a plus. So just to set your expectations right. So I'm going to go ahead and just open these. Also, if you are to get an epic token, you can redeem that for a very rare ship. If you're to get a very rare one, you can also get a ship with that, although they're not super impressive ships, and I'll show you. So let's just go ahead and open these. I'm just going to do it real fast here. All uncommon so far. So when I'm having a bad run like this, and this just might be superstition, but I'll change instances, I'll go somewhere else or whatever and continue to open them. I don't know if that's a thing that really makes a difference, but it makes me feel better. All right, so that's the first time in a long time I've gotten all uncommon. So let's go ahead and click on these. So if you were to get an epic one, these are all the different ships that are available. There's some extremely good stuff in here that is very useful. The ultra rare ships, some of them are interesting, but again, if you don't have very many ships or anything like that, then this might make sense. They're tier 5s, they are upgradable, and now with the new upgrades where you can make it an X, you can make a pretty decent ship out of it, but you're not going to have any specialization, seating, or traits that come with those. If you were to get a very rare, there's different items you can redeem. Some of this stuff is decent depending on what you're building. But let's say I did get a very rare, I could come down to the bottom and I could exchange it for 2 rare tokens. And then I could go into the rare and I could go down and exchange that for 2 of these, or I would end up with 4 of them since I just converted my ultra rare into 2 rares, and that would give me 4 of those. And then once you get all the way down to uncommon, if you were to break them all down, however many you end up having, I ended up for this example getting basically, worst case scenario, which is still a good scenario in terms of if you're just trying to upgrade. So if you get anything that's better, that just gives you more of these upgrades. And I'm telling you right now, I can't remember a time, and I open a lot of these boxes where I've gotten 10 of the uncommon. So scroll all the way down to the bottom. Do not accidentally click this because you could accidentally trade all 10 of these in for 1 Phoenix box. Maybe you get lucky and get something way better, but it would have to be epic for me for that to be worth it, and that's extremely rare to get those. So I'm going to get the Phoenix Universal Upgrades, and I'm going to get 10 of them. All right, so here's what they look like. And this gives you 51,200 tech points to use for upgrade. There's no dilithium required since you purchased it with dilithium. And even on a roll that I got like this where I only got the 10, if you do the math using superior tech upgrades that you can craft, this is way better bang for buck based on your dilithium spend. And again, if you were to get a couple, rares or very rares, then that return goes up quite a bit. So then just like anything else, you're going to right click, upgrade item, select that. So I have the 51,200. If you have any accelerators, I'll generally use these when I get up to trying to get the rarity up, especially if I'm starting on an item like a rep gear item or something like that where you're already starting at Mark 12, so you have less of a chance. Because this is going to get me, at 5% chance all the way up to probably, I don't know, Mark 10 or 11. And so the chances going from something smaller like this or a lower mark, getting that rarity up is a lot higher. But you can use these upgrades. I think the common one, the common ones are anywhere between 150 to 200,000 EC, which isn't too bad. But again, it's not a must. So let's go ahead and upgrade this guy. All right, so that got me all the way to Mark 10 with just one of those. Granted, the ground gear is not quite as expensive in terms of the points as space gear would be. Nice. Last one, pop there to ultra rare. So I'm not going to go any farther on that because I'm just doing this for this example here. So there we go, 40,000. Again, if you were to do that on an upgrade weekend, you would get twice the amount, obviously. So if you're casually gaming or you're not able to get a lot of dilithium, as you do earn it, buy these boxes, buy them in the 10 packs because it is cheaper to buy like that as opposed to individually. So you save 500 dilithium per. Just save them, and they run upgrade weekends every couple months. Wait for that upgrade weekend and then use them to upgrade your gear. And that's how you can get the maximum bang for buck out of this. That's how on most of my ships I'm able to get everything completely epic. And it's one of those things where it's like I have most of my builds completely epic, but there's always new stuff you're working on, and there's always more to upgrade as new things come out, or you want to try out new stuff and those kinds of things. So let's see how many we have left there. So that took 6 of them. I'll find on some gear, space gear, it takes me 30 or so. But again, if you get a better roll when you're opening those boxes, then you can get a lot more out of that. So this one I'm still working on upgrading some of the weapons. This one I started, so I'm at 12%. Let's just throw these last couple into this and see what happens. So on something like this would help to use one of the accelerators, maybe for quality. I wouldn't use the rare ones because they normally run $1 million to $2 million, which is just kind of pricey. It's just not worth the extra little bump that you get from it. And I don't think I'll have enough to go another here. Nope. So in any case, that's the best way to go about doing it. Let me see. I have a few other ships here where I've been able to use this method, and I think most of the other ones have it. Let's see here. So Phoenix upgrade boxes, that is the way to get your gear upgraded, or Phoenix boxes and the upgrade tokens that you can get out of them. That's the way you want to go about doing this here. So I hope that was helpful. Again, just to recap, Dilithium store, you're going to go into special items, and I would definitely, like I said, buy it in 10 packs, open them up, break them down, and then redeem them for the upgrades. All right, well, I think that covers that. I just wanted to do something short here just to make sure this information was out there and just clear for anybody that needed help with that. Thanks, guys. Appreciate everybody watching, and drop me a subscribe and check in with me often. Have a good one.